What up? My butt is back.
Yeah. I'm back. I'm back.
It's back. Oh my gosh. I actually maybe kind of possibly missed you.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Don't act like you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You had all those extra people coming in here and had Tasha talking about me over there and trying to defend me on one hand and talk about me in the hand. And then, you know what I'm saying? And you had Mr. Paul doing certain things. I mean, for real? Is this what we gonna do?
I mean, I was just joining in on the fun.
Listen,
That's
I ain't
all.
mad at that at all. I'm glad to be back. So,
Are you? Are
well,
you? Where were you? I think everybody wants to know. Like, I think folk really wants to know. Where were you?
over the last couple of days, me and the family decided to go over to go to Hawaii for a couple of days. I didn't want to say it before the podcast, and of course, you know, as black people, we don't want to say it while we out of town because somebody come and rob the house.
Right.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
part. That
So
part.
we wait till we come back home. So yeah, we spent about what is it, about 8-9 days in Hawaii, and I'm telling you right now, it is a good time. Beautiful. If you've never been, if you've been, you understand it. But it's expensive as all get out, and
I heard. I heard.
and I had to come back because I couldn't afford. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford to stay there no longer. No,
You can't live over there.
I'd have been selling pineapples at the plantation or picking them or growing them or something if they keep playing with it.
Oh my
No,
God.
shoot.
Well, I'm
Mm-mm.
so sorry to hear that
That I came back? You sorry that I
yeah,
came
that you
back?
couldn't live. This is why, guys, I didn't want to go live with him because he wanted to go live on the beach,
Mhm.
in the back. I'm not doing all that. So we were here. I think it might have been raining part of the time. So no, we're not. We're not. So we welcome you back. We welcome you and everybody else out there to our take. We are about to get into the What March Madness edition. I mean, are you ready?
No,
You've
I
been
ain't ready.
gone for a minute, so I don't know.
Listen, I didn't. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't look at a bracket. I'm the anything we do. I'm off the top of the dome. I didn't look at it. Well, one bracket I looked at. There's a reason I looked at one, but I hadn't really been paying attention. But I'm ready to get into it. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh no, she didn't. No, she didn't.
whatever
Wow.
that means. Didn't take his mom. I don't know what that
My,
meant. Oh,
my mama,
oh,
my
you didn't
mama
go.
popped.
Oh,
My mama popped it in. Um,
penalty flat, both
yeah,
of them. I'm
it was
throwing
fun.
them both. You didn't take your mama. Oh
Mm.
Lord.
And then she put that in public, didn't she? She put it all up in the
Yes, that is.
streets.
I'm just gonna let it sit there for a second.
I think you need to let that
Yeah.
move because that ain't good for me right there.
That ain't good. That ain't good business. All
That
right.
ain't
Well,
good
Mama,
business
I'm
right there.
sorry. I wouldn't have never done you that way.
Wow.
I would.
Then Farrah just sold me out. Okay, all right. And I'll keep my gifts I brought back from you from Hawaii. I keep them for
Nothing.
myself. Okay.
No. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get my gifts. We're gonna keep it moving. I mean, we got a lot to talk about. So it is
Yes.
March Madness. March Madness time. NCAA men. Who they finally gave us a final. To me, is final for me. I can tell you that. The final top 25. Just want to take a little peek at it. Let me get it up here for the people. So our AP top 25. Look who came out on top.
Mm. Well, they did win the ACC tournament and they won
A
the
lot
regular
of people
season.
want. Yeah, a lot of people want some stuff.
Hold on. They won the ACC, that mighty conference when there was only 3 teams that they had to beat, literally, and they made it through. So I'm just saying, congratulations. Hold on,
Congratulations.
I'm
I'm a Duke
tired of.
hater.
Oh gosh, I'm not. I don't like Duke. I don't like nothing about Duke, but
I'm a Duke hater. And oh Lord, Mama is still crying, Torrance. Jesus. Oh man, I don't know what to do. Mama,
dude, you, you, you know
oh,
you don't. You know you don't go to heaven if you make your mama cry. You know you don't go to heaven if you make your mama cry, right? You just know that, right? Just say,
yeah, yeah.
love you, ma.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not getting into these family matters. I'll be telling you, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. So
All
I'm
right.
not gonna get into that family matter. But AP top 25, Duke, and then you see who up there at number 2. Houston, Florida, and I mean Auburn. They didn't win the SEC, so
True. Florida won the
So,
SEC.
but that was a big drop though. Come on, Duke down. I mean, number one down to fourth. But it is what it is. Florida won, so Florida did deserve the right to go above them. And Houston won their conference. They won the tournament. So, sorry, Auburn. So definitely that was a little shake up there, I guess you would say, in the top 25. I was kind of shocked at. I mean, you weren't shocked at none of these. Louisville even jumped up to 10.
No, I wasn't shocked about any of this, and this has been the year. I love to see the St. John's up there at number 5. I love that. That makes me bring back to my days of Big East basketball, but nothing shocking. This is just they should put the SEC top 10 is what they should have called this. But you know the reason behind that this year. But remember, we're a football conference. That's all I remember. The SEC, we are a football conference.
We know you guys are a football conference, but clearly y'all are turning into basketball. Just look, we'll get into how many people got in. But Monica said she loves you too. She loves
you. Yeah. Thank you, Ma. Yeah. You didn't put me in the public and street already.
Oh boy, yeah, you were in these streets. I changed up our little stuff. I wanted to do black and white. I don't know. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So hope y'all like what I'm changing up in the middle of the show. But we're gonna move right along. But we're gonna do the Power 5. Now that's who I care about. That is it. Power 5. Let's check out. See who. Let's check them out. See who won their conferences. And since you said you didn't catch pretty much anything, sorry.
The only
say why.
The only game that I watched was the semifinal of the ACC.
Dang, and you missed everything.
And that semifinal was Duke against North Carolina. And Duke was up by they 24, and all of a sudden North Carolina put on the game, and I sat there and I watched it. And then next thing I know, I saw Withers put his foot on the foot in the lane. I was like, oh. So
look, I got over here on Instagram. I got Tasha. Tasha's on Instagram. I can't bring those comments in, but she told me to tell you, hey guys, look at King. I don't even want to know. King Kangamiha, he back in the mix. So welcome back from
Tasha. She coming at me. She's shooting. All right, Tasha. That's what we doing.
Tasha. Welcome over on Instagram with us live. So that's how we do it. But definitely. Ooh, that's funny because I heard her say the word. I don't remember what it was. I can't pronounce it, but welcome back. Welcome back.
See, got her singing. I ain't even singing this time. You see that? She missed me. That's all that was.
Oh, whatever. Don't let it go to your head. But look, Duke, they clinched it. Since you only watched the semifinal, they won the final. So they are ACC champs with no big surprise or anything of that nature. St. John's, they won the Big East. We knew they were going to win the Big East. Florida, we knew they could win the Big East, but I don't know if they were expected to win the Big East.
The
NCC. I'm sorry, the NCC. What say you? Did you expect them to win? Like, honestly, did you really expect them to win the tournament?
I didn't realize they were that good. I saw them play during the season, and in fact, you know how I always throw these in the conversation. They should have lost to South Carolina because that South Carolina happened to the last second of the game, and we aren't good. But I didn't know how good they really were, and then I started watching them, and they are a very talented bunch. But should they won the SEC over the Tennessees, the Auburns, the Alabamas, who was ranked 1, 2, and 3 all year? Apparently so. So congratulations to the Fighting Gators.
Yeah, I can see them in the Final Four. I really didn't know I knew they were a good club. I knew it was a good team, but I didn't know it was like that. But we'll see how it go. And Tasha said he's the king of Hawaii. That's what she's.
I know.
Oh, don't let it go to your head, homie. Dang, look. That's all good. You don't even worry about it. But since Tasha's over there, congratulations. Michigan are Big Ten champions. They won the Big Ten. I don't think anybody thought that Michigan State ended up losing. So I think that was y'all way in.
Nobody thought it. Nobody watched it. I bet you. Did anybody watch that tournament? I mean,
yes, we did. It was a good tournament. Michigan State lost to somebody. Shit, I don't know.
Somebody, whoever they lost to, we don't even know. Because ain't nobody watching. It was Utah and Paul was watching the game. That's all it was, y'all. After the podcast or something, y'all watched the game. That was it. Nobody else watched that tournament.
He is hating bad because you talk trash, Tasha. I'm sorry. He didn't have it.
Who watched that garbage? And then look at them celebrating. And look how now everybody else look around and dap each other up in the pictures you got, and they look at it. Michigan look like, oh my God, we done something. Oh, look at that picture. For real? Come on.
But like
man.
she said, they came in at a 5 seed. So
okay, name the other four, the top four. Other than Michigan State, who's the other two?
We're gonna see that bracket.
No, I'm talking about in the Big Ten tournament. You couldn't even name them other teams because nobody cared.
I don't know. We're gonna see. Ooh, Tasha, I advise you if you want to get him live time so he can see what you're talking about, you might want to move over to Facebook or YouTube so he can see your comments. I can only see him. She's like, now I done forgave you, bro. She done with you.
Tell her to jump on in.
She can hear you. You can talk right to her. Michigan should have been ranked higher, she said.
Yeah. Higher than who? I'm like,
okay. You know what? Y'all crazy this year, but Michigan, they did win the Big Ten, so you got to give them their respect. TT like that. You got to give them a little bit.
Congratulations to Jalen Rose and Chris Webber and the rest of the boys from Michigan. Oh, my fault. Wrong team. Congratulations, Wolverines.
Man, on that note, who I said I feel like is going to win the Natty again. Well, not again, but they're going to win it. Massachusetts. They won the Big 12. They took down Arizona. And we good with it. Wisconsin and Michigan State. She corrected me. So that's who played.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, good for Houston. Congratulations for the Big 12 champions. Like I said, that's a tougher conference now that you got an Arizona squad in there. But yeah, so I'm excited.
Caleb couldn't do it. Caleb couldn't get it done.
Listen, I mean, your legs get tired when you're 26, 27 going against the 17-year-olds. I mean, you can't do it all the time.
I mean, you definitely can't. So, for moving on along, I'm glad Caleb lost. I was not going for him. Let's say that. I ain't no Caleb Love fan. So, and Tasha, okay, time for Survivor. See you guys later. Love y'all. Girl, if you like Survivor, you need to start watching. What is it called? I'll message you. I can't remember. Excavated or something. I don't know. But it's a Canada show. TT, we got beef.
What? I ain't got no beef.
She said we got beef now. So I'm just letting you know.
Just let her know.
Survivor.
I got nothing but love for you, baby.
All right, Tasha. Appreciate you jumping in on with us today. But definitely we're gonna run into the bids for the conferences. By conference, we already know that was just ridiculous how the SEC ran the board. We get it. They had a record-breaking 14 teams entering the tournament. So that's crazy. Unbelievable, but not shocking because they ran the whole season. So shit. I mean, what else supposed to do? So
let me give you a side note to that first. There's only 16 teams in the SEC, and the worst part is my team is one of the two that didn't make it. But the funny part was we won 11 games this year, and I always find a way to talk about South Carolina. We won 11 games, but you know we got an invitation to the NIT, right? You know we did. No, we declined it. We were so bad, we declined the NIT. Seriously. So,
I cannot believe that. Why would y'all decline it? Y'all need something.
That's why we declined it, because now we can go into the portal and try to get some transfers and recruit to get some from next year. But we won 11 games. I didn't realize that there's a rule in the NIT is something. The bigger conferences, they get like a couple of bids automatically. So the fact that the SEC got 14 into this tournament, there was only 2 teams left. And the SEC got 2 teams for the NIT. It was South Carolina and whoever was right above LSU, and we declined. So we could have won one game this year and made the NIT tournament.
I guess because y'all probably would have went over there and got embarrassed. So
hold on, how do we get from me getting to the tournament to getting embarrassed? How did we get there?
I'm just saying, if y'all had win and played, it's a big possibility y'all would have been embarrassed in the NIT.
No, we wouldn't. No. Did she come over here and start talking junk about? Oh no, Tasha,
Gum bumping, and his team didn't even make the play in.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, we just didn't make the tournament. That's all it was. So it's no big issue.
Y'all didn't make nothing. Y'all didn't even make 5 wins for the season.
Okay, let's go now. So the Big Ten got 8 conference wins. We ain't gonna talk about my team no more. We're gonna move right on. We're gonna move right on from that.
She said she sure did come on over here. But now Big Ten, they did get 8 in, and you talking trash about the Big Ten, and they actually have 8 got doggone teams in there. Now you talking trash.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna talk trash. Name the 8. Tasha, you so bad.
It
Off
don't
the top
matter
of
name the 8. They're
name 8.
there. It doesn't matter if I can't name off top. I'm not West Coast. I mean, a lot of the teams are not what I look at, not on times that I'm supposed to look at. But you can get a respect for that a second.
I
The
don't give
conference with the most teams in the tournament, like
I don't give them no credit. I mean, listen, how can you be the Big Ten when you got 20 teams in it? I don't understand that concept in the first place. So let's just move forward from there. I ain't gonna talk about it.
And the 12, I thought that's who you really didn't have no respect for. But you know, the Big 12 got 7 in. Big East came in with 5. ACC, did they really add them with the Mountain West? I didn't understand that.
Yes, they did add them in with the Mountain West. Yes, they did.
All right. And the West Coast had 2. So, you know, there you go. There you have it. Doctor says she is so petty about her. Michigan and Kevin Durant. Boy, she'll go to blows with you over. You understand me?
I'm not going to talk about either one of them. I'm sorry.
They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. But we do have the automatic qualifiers. So you do have your automatic qualifiers, which we already know. All 31 of them, they actually won their conference, things of that nature, whatever they had to do. It's some newcomers that's in here. So I do think it's gonna be some Cinderellas. Just last night we'll go over. That was a great game. Hopefully you got to watch last night. Did you watch last night?
Okay, so let's talk about this. We were talking about what is the mighty St. Peter's versus the Alabama State Hornets. So, yes, I was watching that game as I was waiting on maybe doing something like this last night. It didn't turn out the way it was supposed to turn out. So I was sitting there watching the game, and I was like, "This is a good game." And then all of a sudden, that play happened. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Oh, did she really go? And she said, "I think UCLA." Now you're supposed to be confident in your schools, Tasha. This is your conference.
Look, we got age on us. She did good to remember that because I couldn't have told you. Need to Google to verify.
Oh god, but yeah, I was so happy for Alabama State. Man, HBCU. I was so happy for that last night.
Southern plays tonight. So, Southern plays tonight. So we got another HBCU that's going to be here. And actually, what was so weird about last night's game is the Hornets were not picked to be last. This was not an upset.
No, it was not.
16-16, but they were not picked to be an upset. They got down, they came back, and they did what they had to do. So shout out to Alabama State. They got that slipper on this week.
And their next game is against Auburn in the first round of the tournament, and they're about an hour apart. So the boys play some street ball all the time against each other. So there's not going to be any fear.
It's not
between Alabama State and Auburn. So we'll see. I'm not picking Alabama State, but ever.
And Southern play. Who does Southern play? Southern plays tonight. Today's Wednesday. Aren't they playing tonight?
I think they play tonight. I think they playing somebody for the right to play.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, Texas and Xavier plays at 8:10. And Mount St. Mary and American.
That's what's playing right now. It's
up
on my screen
right now.
That's playing right now.
And then there's a bunch of NIT games on. So good luck to that. Y'all want to watch that? So definitely. But I could have sworn Southern plays tonight.
Maybe they didn't have to play. Maybe they're one of the 16 teams that automatically going to play the first.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's it. So either way, it's on. Y'all catch it. What Tasha talking about? Let's see. All I know is that that Block M is in that thing. That they up in there. And guess who else up in there? But we'll get to that.
Oh, I represent for y'all. See, I'm representing.
Oh man, that different version of the Iron Bowl.
Oh, my fault. I was looking out.
Not representing for us. Keep that.
Oh, it's real Carolina, so I was representing.
Next,
okay.
We're gonna talk about the first 4 out. What you feel about it? How do you feel about it? Man, we got the first 4 out.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. I can appreciate Indiana, Ohio State, and Boise State. I can appreciate it. They didn't make the tournament. They took their L. It happened. But West Virginia, having their governor have a news conference talking about a lawsuit because North Carolina made it in the tournament and they didn't.
I mean, it's very controversial. Boise had a chance. I think the biggest one that should have been in out of those four is Indiana. Just based off of their power, power one schools that they beat, opposed to Carolina only having one win to a powerhouse school. You know what I mean? Power one school, whatever the hell you want to call it. Definitely, the numbers weren't there. I don't know whether it's that because of their branding or what the case was. They want to run at the end of the year. It should be a collective of their year, their season, not because they were on a hot streak at the end of the season. I'm a Carolina fan. Did they deserve to be there? We'll get into that. I'll give my opinion in a few, but I will say I do think Indiana had a shot to be in there.
Well, Indiana's a blue blood. But in a sense, they are one of the blue bloods of college basketball. And so, I understand that their brand is not what it used to be. The Indiana name used to be something totally different.
Yeah, it was their coach. The coach made that name.
And Bobby Knight, I remember it now. Now, on a side note, Indiana did hire a new head coach today. And the funny part is they took the head coach from West Virginia.
I didn't know that.
So yeah,
I can use.
So yeah, he accepted Indiana job after 1 year at West Virginia. So congratulations. I think his name is DeVries or something like that. But like I said, Indiana's one of the blue bloods. The name is not what it was once back before. And like I said, they played really well. In fact, all four of these schools could have been in there, but there was one spot. I mean, you had 5 teams or so in one spot. They looked at the last 10 games North Carolina played, and they were like 8-2, and the only 2 games they lost were to Duke, the number 1 seed in the tournament. I mean, what could you really do in that situation? Yes, they had chances, and they quad ones, and they only won 1, but they played like 14 or 15. How many other teams played like 14 or 15 quad one games?
But you still lost them.
We'll talk about this in women's basketball in a minute because that's the subject we will talk about. But you took the opportunity. I agree that you lost them. I agree. But you won all of your quad 2 games, and you didn't.
But you can quad 2 doesn't matter when everybody else has more quad 1
and you didn't have really any bad losses. So it is what it is. I'm not advocating for North Carolina, I'm
not going against them. Truth is, it is what it is.
The rule is
how the committee is supposed to rule.
They're in now. Do something that you're in there. Just do something while you in. That's all I do.
I lost last night, man. This would have just Lord.
So if the world didn't know, we were supposed to do a podcast last night, but Farrah got busy doing other things, which is life, and we understood that. So we decided we're gonna do a special one today. Why are you hearing us now? And I told her, I said, stop, because she was like, let's do it. And I'm like, if we do it, it's gonna be in the middle of your Carolina game. In my mind, I'm like, she ain't gonna pay no attention to the damn podcast. She gonna be watching the game. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just do it tomorrow, so you can watch your game.
Man, to be honest, and who else? Ike Loving, appreciate you, John, and welcome to our take. But no, just being honest though, I actually had an order for some candied grapes. Kind of slipped my mind, didn't slip my mind, but I wasn't ready. So I had to hear him get all that together, and so ran out of time. Sometimes it happens. So I'm a busy lady. I got a lot of things going on. So had to get them things done, and he knew good and well. I was so happy when he said that. I was like,
I ain't never seen an okay so quick in my life. I don't even know if I got that last little if I said sin, okay.
I want to. We'll do it today, so y'all get a good Wednesday edition. But just know we're on Tuesday. Sorry, it happens. Shit happens. But first 4 out. But what about the last 4 in? Which of course, that's the whole situation we're talking about, and hopefully everybody plays their part. I mean, somebody got to lose, but of course we know North Carolina, Texas, Xavier, San Diego State. Right now, Carolina has won. I don't think Xavier or San Diego State has played as of yet, and Texas will play tonight. Did they?
Yeah, North Carolina beat San Diego State by 30 last night.
Hell, you were so right. That's how bad they beat them. Hell, I don't even know who the hell is playing. I just know they won by a lot. Sounded like Trump by a lot.
And Texas plays Xavier tonight, and You know,
All right.
I hadn't been paying attention to Xavier this year. I knew San Diego State was really young from last year. They lost the top 7 scorer, so
Yeah, I mean, right. Yeah.
I knew that. I haven't watched Xavier, and I know Texas got in on the strength of playing in the SEC. It didn't
That's
matter.
all.
It's because they were
They
playing.
might lose tonight. I
They,
do predict an upset tonight for Texas.
so I
Sorry.
can see how that happened, and that's okay. But this is an interesting last 4 in. They're all big conference schools.
Texas should have been the number 1 seed for the NIT.
Well, apparently San Diego State should have been after the.
Okay.
We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, last 4 in, Texas made it on the strength of the SEC. North Carolina made it on the strength of their North Carolina, apparently.
Right?
Xavier made it on the strength of who else is there? And then there's San Diego State, who I think they came in second in their conference and lost in the championship or something like that. But they lost their number 1 scorer for most of the year, and he came back last night. You saw that big 7-foot African dude with that can shoot the beam.
Yeah, he had a couple good blocks.
And he's a pure freshman. Yeah. And speaking of
race, though, he's so skinny though, them bones, boy, you can see.
And speaking of Michigan, do you realize the head coach at San Diego State was the assistant coach at Michigan when the Fab Five was there, and he took over for the coach who was at Michigan at the time, because he just retired, so the dude can take over San Diego State.
Well,
so
he?
Don't ask no questions. But yes, Brian Dutcher is the head coach of San Diego State, and he was the assistant at Michigan. And if you ever look at that 5-5 documentary on ESPN, you'll see him. It's crazy.
Hopefully he was like 19.
No, I think he was 50 then, so he's 97 now. But he only look 82. Listen. He was on the beaches of San Diego every day. You know he looked young. He ain't doing that work. He's in San Diego for real.
Okay.
But let's go Texas. We got North Carolina, and let's go Texas and get into the next round, so we can have 400 SEC teams and play in the whole tournament. Let's go. Keep it going.
We'll see how it goes. But I'm going Carolina. This is what it is. They proved themselves last night. I think they definitely proved themselves last night, but they do have to go up against Mississippi State. Is it Mississippi State they play?
No, they play Ole Miss. University of Mississippi. They play Ole Miss.
Same difference.
Hamburger, cheeseburger. Exactly. Exactly.
But man, are you nervous about this one?
Why would I be nervous? I'm a South Carolina fan. But I'm a ride with y'all for the rest of the tournament. I'm rolling with North Carolina.
You might go find a team and join something, because your ass ain't nowhere.
Listen, I can watch another sport. I can watch a different sport.
Baseball women on in 9 days.
I can watch women's basketball, so I don't have to worry about it.
On too. We're all watching it. No.
Forget about this. But no, I'm a ride with North Carolina. But listen, I was so impressed last night. It's like they had that chip on their shoulder, and if they play like that during this tournament, they the brackets ain't that wild where they are. They got Ole Miss, and then they can get an Iowa State team.
Yeah, they actually have a pretty decent path to the Natty. And this is the lowest seed that they've ever been since the inception. I think in 1979, 77, something like that. So for them to come in as the 11th seed, the lowest, and actually win it would be like ridiculous.
Well, it's happened before. A few years ago, the first time they had the first four, as they said, I think it was VCU and Shaka Smart took them from the first four to the final four. So it has happened before, and it can. And like I said, if they play like that, and your boy Davis shoots the ball like he did last night,
like that, he's trying to get in the NBA. He ain't trying to be on no G League. Do you understand me? He has proven he's taking his last couple games seriously. So, and I don't blame him.
But what is he? 28. He's gonna be the all-time leading scorer in ACC history if he play another game. And I think at the very end, when they interviewed the coach, he was like, "I wish I could get him back for one more year." I said, "Why? The dude gonna be 30." You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be.
And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about this age stuff because it is getting a little ridiculous. What's up, Jennifer? Appreciate you joining. Jennifer, hopefully Ike over here on Instagram. Appreciate the love over here on Instagram tonight. Appreciate y'all. But definitely we're gonna see how it goes. But we got a couple games on tonight. Then they're the same from last night. Oh, pitch out to Franklin. He'll be glad I'm giving you something. But now last night games were on there. We already know the Hornets won, Carolina won, but we do have what's that? American University plays at Mount St. Mary's. We already talked about that. I think they're on right now.
It's
Yes, they are.
61-51 and 12 minutes left in the
And
second half. Yeah.
I am predicting Texas to go down tonight. I
Oh,
don't think it's a go down, really. If you're looking at namesake, yeah, but I think Xavier's going to take care of Texas tonight.
well, I'm a ride for the SEC. I'm riding for my SEC brother. Go. How did they do this thing? Whatever
the horn. I know. Yeah, I know you feel a little uncomfortable putting that sign up. I
Yeah,
know you did. I know you did. It hurt.
It hurt me. So go horns and represent whatever y'all need to represent. So whatever that
y'all
is.
need to do.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all need to do. But the number one seeds were picked. I think we already know who our number one seeds. Let me get them up for you guys. So for March Madness, were you okay with the number one seeds? You ain't had no qualms with it? Houston, Auburn, Duke, Florida. I mean, I think it was fair as it could possibly be, depending on who won their conference tournament.
Yeah, these four have been the top 14. Well, give or take Florida, because Florida, Tennessee, and Alabama are all the same team. So they've been, but these three have been consistent all season: Auburn, Duke, and Houston. So I didn't have a qualm with this at all.
So now, far as them, we're gonna see who you think would go ahead and make it. We would all assume, here's our final four. Maybe not. You know, just depending on the seeding. People can't go down, and right now, Flag is questionable. I mean, he really sprung his ankle, so we're gonna see how that goes. He's a freshman. Who knows if he's even had any type of injury like this? What is his psyche gonna be? Because if he plays too timid, he will re-injure himself. So those type things. Hopefully he's built for it. Wow. But it's game time.
Re-injure yourself because it ain't like you going to class anyway. And you're only gonna be the number one pick of the draft. So if you go out the first round, that's all right. You're gonna be in the first round, first pick. So move on.
He might get. Hey, it's possible for him to get close enough to the national championship to want to come back. Like,
well, that means they
got to win. Coming back. No, I don't think. I think if he wins, that'll solidify. He goes to the Final Four.
I'm talking about
lose.
Okay, but I was talking about the rest of the team. If he don't play until that's, they got to keep winning to get him to that spot. But either way, it doesn't really matter to him. I mean, he wants a national championship because he's at Duke. That's what they want to do. That's what they claim.
But in the end, he's not gonna cry.
He ain't gonna cry because he gonna cry his way to the bank. He's gonna be making as much money in the NBA as he finally made. He's making it Duke, so he be good.
He makes like $4 million. I think he's the highest paid basketball player right now. $4 million, and
he's 19. He's not 27. So
yeah, I mean, he's a true freshman. He's a true one. But I know you said you hadn't had a chance to look at brackets. We're gonna take a little peek at them.
All right.
And see what we talking about. So Duke playing the game. They're playing whoever wins the night. This game is on tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think we have no problems there. Mississippi State and Baylor. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a problem. I do foresee that. I don't have no pick on it. I ain't even did my brackets yet. Have you?
Nope, I haven't done. We got till 12 p.m. tomorrow to get the brackets done.
So just taking a look. Oregon Liberty. Don't slip on Liberty. It's another Cinderella little slipper. Arizona and Akron. Who gives a shit? Some games don't give a shit on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not about to sit here and go through all these. Some games I just don't give a shit about. But those hopefully be the March Madness games that I have you going crazy.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm looking at this East region right here, and it's
first time who coming out of it.
I don't see anything tough for a healthy Duke squad. I don't see a
Vanderbilt. You don't think Vanderbilt can?
The only thing I maybe in Arizona, but Duke is beating Arizona this year, or maybe
but
BYU.
Arizona's definitely better now than they were.
True, they're sharing the ball now. You're correct. Or maybe a BYU.
Would love to go back and beat Duke.
Yeah, but they would love to beat him because he's the one that hit that lucky shot for North Carolina. They would love to be like, we sent you home this time, player.
Right. So right. Don't sleep on Drake.
So
now, where's Drake? I don't think Drake is in this region. They may not be in this region, but Drake, I trust and believe. I am not sleeping on them. Drake, we talked about them. Their coach brought up all the Division II players, and they've been balling out. I do see them. I can see Drake at least make it to the Elite Eight.
Listen,
I truly do.
I
truly do.
Not if they run up to Kendrick Lamar. Drake can't beat Kendrick Lamar.
Well, you know, Lamar didn't make it to the tournament, so that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Pun intended.
Oh
Maybe.
gosh.
So that's all I'm saying. But I
But
don't
yeah,
I think Vanderbilt can give some problems as well.
well, the problem I see with Vanderbilt, if they win the first round, the very next round they play Alabama, and Alabama's going to smash them because they played each other in the SEC tournament. I mean, already this year, and Bama just was
But
overwhelmed them.
they did overwhelm them. But this is the NCAA.
Okay, well, listen,
You
again,
never know. They
if I
know each
if,
other too well. That can always sometimes that can hurt you.
eventually, I don't see too much competition in this, but I'm gonna write down a pick right there on for this one. I'm
Oh,
gonna write
please
it
do.
down.
I'm glad you keep it up. And I don't know if I can trust you, but we're gonna let you do it.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
let
I'm
you
just
do
keeping
it.
one pick on this East region for me. Who I'm picking to
Exactly.
win it. All right, go ahead.
I ain't crazy. Duke coming out that region.
All right,
I don't know. Wait. All right, Duke will come out.
all right. What's the next?
I think they could be an upset though. I truly do. Damn. Yeah, they could be an upset, but I'm gonna stick with Duke. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not a fan, for the record. West.
Ooh, ooh.
Let's go West.
Mm.
Yeah. First off, Norfolk State is gonna be a piss. They're gonna be a piss just because, but Florida will pull it through. Okay. Oklahoma, UConn. I hope Oklahoma bust old boy ass. He gets on my nerve up there in UConn. Crybaby. He's gonna be crying on the floor. But I don't really foresee nothing in this region. Maryland's pretty good. You can't sleep on them, but this is the Drake region. Yes, Mike, you are so right. I can see Drake making it really far in this region.
Well,
Whoa, St. John's. Whoa, wait a minute.
Wake up and down there. You better pay
They
attention.
ain't getting past St. John's. They ain't getting past. That's why I said Elite Eight. They will at least make it to the Elite Eight if they make it to play them.
Now, there's some interesting matchups. I'm that 7-10 Kansas versus Arkansas when you got Bill Self versus the legend down in Arkansas. Man. So that's a good matchup. And imagine the Italian matchup of Arkansas and St. John's winning the suits that Calipari wearing versus your boy Patino. There'd be some.
And Patino is on his 6th team to take to the NCAA tournament. I mean, the GOAT. Like, that don't make no sense. And St. John's is about. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I really want to say for this region, St. John's is coming out. We're not coming out of this region.
Ooh, well,
St. John's is not coming out of this region. Drake will make it to Elite Eight. But yeah, in Florida, I think they'll make it to. I think this was going. That's what. Look how they set it up. They set it up for them to have to play to come out of the West.
I'm gonna have to sit on this one because I know we don't talk about it, and you mentioned it briefly, but UConn is the back-to-back national champion, and Florida can have to run into them in the second round. I think
Florida will take care of them, but I don't think they're gonna get past Oklahoma. If you haven't watched Oklahoma's a really good number 9 team. I promise you that. If you haven't watched them
twice, I've seen them at least twice.
I'm just saying, but they're not coming out of there. Florida ain't coming out of there, so I got to say,
you better not be sleeping on Penny Hardaway in that Memphis squad too.
I'm definitely not. Who they playing?
Memphis got Colorado State, but that's usually the upset. That 12-5 has usually been the upset in the tournament. So be very weary of that. Those 12-5s. So
I will be very weary, but I'm sticking with St. John's. They got Patino. They got Patino. So that's what we're rolling with. You got to give me one because once it starts, I ain't got time for somebody to lose and then you want to change up your shit because this was one of the questions anyway that I have. Who's your Final Four? So we're doing it as we talk right now. So don't even worry about it. Go ahead.
All right. And since we're gonna do that way, then whoever
you pick out the region, that's the Final Four.
I'm going to literally pull off Florida with an asterisk right now. Right now. Before we get off the show, I may change that, but it's Florida with an asterisk right now.
Florida with an asterisk. Y'all heard it, and you better make your damn. I'm not gonna forget. And over here, I have Oklahoma winning most of my brackets. Yes, I'm telling you, Oklahoma ain't no. They're gonna put Florida out. Florida won't even make it to play St. John. Okay. Now who would put Oklahoma out? I don't know. It would definitely have to be St. John, or somebody. But yeah, Oklahoma.
We'll see.
We're gonna see. So we're gonna move. Where we're going?
What's
Midwest. Midwest. Let's go to the Midwest. You are listen. I gotta look at this. I know who I love. I know my team, but I gotta be realistic about it. Don't sleep. I do think that 215 is gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, if you of course you do, because you know Wofford's in the state of South Carolina. You know we ball down in South Carolina.
I'm trying to tell y'all, Wofford is a really good team. I think they play at the SoCon.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, y'all better watch that one. I don't know about number 2 Tennessee coming out of that region out of the first round. So Penny has a team that can make it to the Final Four. They were in the what was that? The West region? No, the East region. Yeah, he brought that up. He said Penny has a team to make it. Yeah, they could come out. They could be an upset to come out of that region, but I did not pick them. We're gonna see if I'm wrong.
Now, this is one of them regions. I'm keeping my eye on Clemson, which is the hatest thing in the world. The thing I hate the most to say. I hate that with all everything in me. But there's something about that Clemson squad that people are sleeping on. And this looks like a very easy bracket to me. I don't really understand.
Houston. That's why I say Houston to come out. I'm hoping for an upset with High Point and Purdue, but that's only because Brandy went to High Point. So, but they actually are a really good team. And if you actually, hear a few people talk about it, they actually have a chance to make this an upset. The numbers are there. So don't sleep on Purdue and High Point game.
Now the McNeese State Clemson game, there is a little thing. The head coach just took the North Carolina State job from McNeese State. Will, what's his name?
Is he coaching this game?
Yeah, he's coaching in this game.
Okay.
And that whole team is about, as you said, are transfers, Division I players, and McNeese got a very good deep NIL pocket. So people they got really good players down there. So Clemson better watch out. But this bracket doesn't seem that hard. I see a Houston versus Clemson at the top of the bracket, and I do see probably the bottom of that bracket is horrible to me. I don't see anything standing out. Maybe Tennessee versus Illinois coming out of that bracket. So I'm seeing Houston goes out of the Midwest.
So you picking Houston as well?
I'm picking Houston on this one. There's no asterisk on that one. So that's not going to change. I know.
I'm just saying, you already know. That's where I got Houston. Period.
Listen,
you're gonna have to figure that asterisk now. You got one more.
Yeah. Bye, Auburn. Bye.
Oh, damn! Just bye.
Bye. You were about to lose your game. You were gonna lose this game. All right.
Oh man, no way. Are you serious right now? All right, let's check this out. Let me see if Auburn gonna get kicked out of here. What y'all thinking?
This bracket is suspect. But I'm picking Michigan State out of the South region.
Ooh. Michigan or Michigan State?
State.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Mm-hmm. I can see Auburn losing in this region. I can definitely see Auburn. Auburn is going to lose in this region. I don't know who's going to take them out.
I'm thinking maybe Louisville. If Louisville gets past Creighton, I think Louisville can take out Auburn. Louisville has been a very good squad in the ACC. Nobody slept on them. They lost to Duke in the championship game, but
honestly, see, the thing is with Michigan right now, Michigan has an easy little route. Michigan ain't have to beat USC, San Diego. They'll play Texas A&M or Yale. And Yale, we already know Ivy Leagues love to tear up something. So, because they always got them 3-point shooters, we already know. Now, because honestly, if Michigan could have played Michigan State in their conference tournament and actually beat them, I would have said Michigan could have came out of this region because they had to prove a little bit more to me, but they didn't get to play Michigan State. Michigan State just got upset. It happens. It happened. Damn. All right. I want to go against the grain. I do not want to pick the number 1 seed in every damn region. Like, that's stupid because it never really works out that way. All of them don't make it.
I got solid Michigan State out of this one. You go ahead and pick the 11th seed out of this region. That's North Carolina. Go ahead and pick the 11th seed. Get them on out of there, Flair. There's your boys. Get them on out.
What? I'm taking Carolina.
got to be more careful.
Is Carolina in this region? Oh, they had their playing game, so they just not on here. And you shouldn't.
They got Ole Miss in North Carolina and Iowa State against Lipscomb.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me think this. Wait a minute. Oh, they getting Sam Mountain St. Mary's is crushing America.
Yeah, the dude they lost their best player.
Oh, I didn't see that part. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I'm going with Auburn. I'm not gonna go with you. I really want to say Michigan State, but I'll go with Auburn. We'll see how it works out.
Now, if I go back to that West region, I'm gonna have to do something about that, man.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the West region. I give you one more look, man. What's up? No, I didn't. Come on and join us, Ike. I done sent you the link.
Come on in, Ike. Come on, talk to me.
Ike. Come talk to us.
Come on, go with me.
I'll let you in.
All right, let's see.
What's up with that West?
The only two teams are St. John's and Florida, but you already got St. John's in this joint right there.
Like you can't. Well, I mean, you don't have to. It's not that you can't. We don't know who's gonna win. We both may lose it. That's who you're gonna pick. Pick who you're gonna pick.
I'm gonna stick with Florida. I'm a ride.
I'm a spades player. I would never be a partner with him.
Oh no, I'm a great spades player. That's why I done figured you out. I'm gonna stay with Florida in this region. So my final four, as when we get to that, basically is Duke, Florida, Houston, and Michigan State.
Okay, who I got?
Now it sounds like you got Duke, St. John's, Houston, and Auburn.
All right. I got it on video, so you can't come back at me with some mess. And don't try to change something up because somebody lost.
I'm not changing anything. I made it and I'm writing it down.
I'm just saying. And you know what you was laughing at earlier, those I'm skipping over that who's your final because we just did our final four. But me qualified, it was I know where I'm at. That's for the women. So we're gonna wait on them for a second. We need to finish this up. So we got our final four. Definitely. So you good with it? Ain't no backing up.
I'm done. That was easy.
We could get to Sweet 16 and none of our teams are there.
If that's the case, then we have to pick another Final Four in the Sweet 16. That's all. Simple as that.
Sweet 16, you can't go past that.
Nope.
All right. So, all teams got to be out, though. All teams got to be out.
All your teams got to, yeah. If you still got 1 or 2, you can't change your fit. You got to ride.
All right.
Are we picking a champion too? Or are we just going to go to the Final
Four?
Okay.
I ain't going to pick no champion. Somebody can get hurt. Give me that leeway, shit. Look, Duke already hanging on with a damn bad ankle, so we're gonna get there.
Okay,
but we're gonna move right on along. A couple more things. We gotta get to the women.
This is what I'm talking about.
So we got the women's side. We had a bunch of automatic bids, so want to see bids by conferences. They went too far from the men. Big 12 came in with all of them. You heard. They brought in all of them. So 12, SEC had 10. So y'all did your thing on the women's side as well as the men.
How can the Big 10 only have 12 teams? How many teams in that damn conference? You better change it to the Big 20.
It's at least, I think it's like 15.
And change your name. Ain't nobody got the Big 15. Put it out there. Change your name.
Hey, and write this down. I need you to write this down. I just gave me his Final Four, and I'm gonna hold him to it. This is a whole personal situation. Him. All right. His Final Four. Michigan State versus St. John's. Oh, dang. Duke versus Tennessee. Okay.
Okay. Tennessee.
Oh man.
And Michigan.
I like that one, but I'm gonna stick with what I got. But that is a big.
So he got Duke. Tennessee, though. He got Duke, St. John's, Tennessee, and Michigan State.
Yeah, good luck on that with that Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee.
It is written.
It is written. Can't change it. What's up? Thank you for joining Miss Brandy over on the good Instagram. Everybody on Instagram tonight. That's what's up. Popping over there. Instagram popping. So we're gonna go with
Stop
the
it.
region. We're going with women's regionals.
Let's do this. Let's
They
do
do
it.
it a little bit different. They only kind of have women's, for people who don't watch women, they have two regions basically: Spokane, Birmingham. Then they split those into two. So we don't have four different areas we play. A lot of home games and stuff like that. If you're awarded that, that's a luxury in women's basketball. So just a little side bit on that. Slow response driving. All right, I appreciate you coming on in. And I don't know, TLE 13. Appreciate you, John, and that show.
That's me, man. That's me on my.
You know
it,
what? You got
and,
too many names. I'm about to get you something cool. You got aliases
Fair
everywhere.
between me and you now have access to my middle name that you didn't know before. It's the Leonce. I told it in public. I don't talk my middle name at all, but T is T and then my middle name and the number 3.
What is that?
It's not Beyonce. Move on from that. Let's go on.
You should have never. Oh, jeez.
Let's move on from it.
Leonce.
Okay. For real? Is that what we gonna call me now?
Oh, how you pronounce it?
We're not talking about it. I just told you that. We ain't talking about that.
Damn. Well, thank you for joining, Leonce.
Wow. This is what we gonna do. All right.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh, man. Anywho, let me get back on track. This is the Spokane. I'm probably going backwards, but who cares? There's regions. Shit. Let's see. First region. I probably had this up here first because UNC G-Man University will be going out to California. They left today. I saw them going out. Want to give them another shout out. Go Spartans. Y'all have fun. Do your thing.
Wait a minute.
USC.
Wait a minute. You get to see your girls play Juju? You get to watch.
I do, but we thought they were going to be in Waco. We thought they was going to play out here in this region, and I was hopeful because, of course, I was gone. Let's talk to moms and everything, but yeah, they're going out to USC. This is going to be a great experience for them, great exposure for the university to even be playing them, and you never know. You just never know.
Juju on that beat.
I can't juju on a big Saturday. If she makes it past Saturday, we'll juju on that beat. But we can't do that. But go Spartan Spirit. Oh, yes, I hope. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Did my wife just do what I think she did?
Oh,
did my wife just do what she thinks? I think she did. Boy, it's like that now. It's like that. Okay.
You don't say. That man, listen. You don't have a t-shirt.
It is not Beyonce. No, sir. No, ma'am.
I want to you correct me. It's Beyonce. I love the Gamecocks, but I want to see Juju win. I get it. Juju gonna get. Go ahead and laughing at your damn self. But Juju, I want to see Juju win as well. But Juju might have to win 2 next
year. Yeah, I can see you picking the Spartans out of this region. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. So out of this region.
Okay. Yeah, out of this region here. Let's see what's okay. So we have Iowa in this region.
You got UConn. So I don't know why you're playing games. Southern Cal could catch all of the L.
Oh,
all of it. We're talking about Gino. I'm taking UConn out of this region. And I don't want to go against Juju. But I ain't gonna be stupid.
Oh, I was taking UConn out this region easy. That was an easy pick for me. Sorry.
You know what? I'm going with Southern Cal then.
Okay.
I'm going with Southern Cal.
I'm writing it down.
Write it down. Take a picture. I'm going with Southern Cal. You ain't about to get me. You ain't about to make me. No. You ain't about to play the fool with me. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see in that region. Any upset? I see Iowa pretty good. Oklahoma got that big girl down low.
Oh yeah. But not going nowhere. But other than that, no, I don't see no upsets. Not in this one. But Iowa, they'll do okay, but they're not gonna make it out of the region. Sorry. They're not. But no, I'm gonna take Southern Cal. Hopefully UNCG. Hopefully UNCG get them upset again. Spartan Spirit. Let's go. Let's get it. So what you got down?
I have Sarah in Southern Cal, and I have Torrance in UConn.
All right.
Okay, Birmingham.
I ain't Birmingham. Who we got over here? Texas. Ooh, Tennessee. Jesus. Michigan. Oh my, Notre Dame. Louisville. Did they have the TCU? Okay.
I'm if you want me to tell you first, or you want to go ahead with your pick?
You go ahead.
I'm going Notre Dame out of this region. Texas going stay at home. I'm going Notre Dame straight out of this region.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yes, because as much time I can see the Coach Ivy on TV, I'm going to hope I will watch it because I'm going to be watching for her. So yes, Notre Dame all the way. Go Tar. Don't give me that look.
Well, first off, let me give my shout out to High Point University. High Point University women and men made it to the tourney. That's where Brandy went to university at. So shout out to the Panthers. Yeah, I think they're the Panthers. So go Panthers, High Point University. And like I said, on the men's side, they're tailored to be an possible upset.
Well, you tell Brandy that I need one of them High Point T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? I want to represent for the fighting whomever Panthers of High Point.
Now, I said I'll let her know, but I said he's going with Iris. He's going to blow out majority of the team. I think they will.
Who's Ike picking? I'm putting
he put Notre Dame. He said Notre Dame.
Okay. Well, what did he get? What about the other region? He didn't pick nobody out the other region.
Oh yeah, Ike didn't tell me he didn't say the other region. We ain't got to the Gamecocks. We know. Oh, he said he want to see Juju win, so I'm assuming USC.
Okay, so he got SoCal. What about you in this region? Who you pulling out of this region?
Texas. I'm really thinking that, you know what? If I can't go with Notre Dame because you done picked them,
you can pick Notre Dame.
I know I can. I'm scared of Tennessee.
Tennessee is going to be a very good team in this tournament because nobody is going to expect what they do, and they go like 40 deep and they run. So it's going to be a blob. They're going to win like the first two games, but then people going to get a week to prepare for them, and I think that's going to slow them down. And when it gets to that region,
I'm sticking with Texas.
I'm
sticking with Texas. That guard, I mean, they player of the year, the SEC. She's the real thing. She's the real thing. She's the real thing. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I got.
Okay.
All right. Next up, already. I mean, shit. I already know you got South Carolina, but I mean, but literally, you gotta take a look. You gotta take a look. Dang. Okay. You gotta take a look.
All right. Let's see.
Nothing. I don't see nobody giving nobody any problems, but Maryland, Norfolk State is going to be a really good game just because they, not too far from each other. I know it's two different states, but just from where they're at, that's going to be I think they play at Maryland, so Norfolk State is going to go up there deep. I think they have a good first half. North Carolina, you got North Carolina, you got Vanderbilt, and you got Duke.
Now, I'm going to look up at top. Now, down the road, that Maryland versus South Carolina game could be something if it happens the way it's supposed to happen. I see that. Now, further down, we have West Virginia, Washington, Columbia, North Carolina, and Oregon State. I think North Carolina should be coming out of that.
You already see the final, the four that's coming out of these four brackets just from here. I mean, you already can see that. You can see South Carolina's coming out, Maryland's coming out, North Carolina's coming out, Vanderbilt. It's going to be Vanderbilt, North Carolina.
Excuse me.
Maryland, Tennessee.
Excuse me. I disagree. It may be Duke versus North Carolina because those Duke women sitting there that you're not paying. Duke against Vandy, and Duke plays defense. Vandy scores, but Duke plays defense.
Duke will beat Vanderbilt. I wasn't even thinking that. Duke will beat Vanderbilt. Duke will beat Carolina.
It's been done already.
Duke can beat South Carolina.
No, South Carolina's already beat Duke this year.
Already. I'm not talking about what they've already done. It don't matter no more. We in March Madness.
Okay, let me go ahead and
that matters.
Go ahead and put the game.
You gonna put your Gamecocks down. I'm just trying to be true to this shit right here.
Okay, so
I want South Carolina to win, so I'm gonna have to go with them. I am, but I promise you can put parentheses around Duke, and I hate Duke, but I can see Duke. Unfortunately, putting Tennessee out. I mean, damn, South Carolina out. But I'm gonna go with South Carolina.
Okay.
Don't be shocked if Duke do it to you.
Okay. Next region.
Now, right, the last and final.
Mm, mm.
UCLA coming out that top one. Ole Miss is good. I think Ole Miss will beat Baylor. I think they may have beat them this year. Honestly, I like Ole Miss.
Fair.
What?
I'm excited.
I'm just saying.
Florida State can play LSU.
What's up, my sister? Zena just joined us.
Hey,
Thank you,
Zena.
man.
Did you see Florida State can play LSU in the next
Yeah,
round?
yeah, and they will. They will. Flau'jae should be back. Hopefully, maybe they'll sit Flau'jae for that San Diego State game because they don't really need her for that. Let her get another little piece of rest on that one. Let's see. Don Staley is taking this season, this region. All right, he got USC.
I got him. Oh, I got it.
Okay, can you see the? Can you see the comments? Can't you?
Yeah.
You did log on. Well, I ain't gonna keep reading them. But
So this region is interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Because
NC State down at the bottom. I'm scared of Vermont. Shit, the low play.
My thing is this: nobody's gonna be able to match up with the body at UCLA, but I think somebody's gonna sneak up on it. Somebody.
So UCLA, I don't pick US. I don't pick UCLA to come out. I know they are the overall number 1 seed. They already feel disrespected.
Yeah. But I don't see anybody better coming out of this.
How not? NC State is coming out of here. Period.
But NC State doesn't have the height that
NC State made it to the Final Four last year, and they weren't even supposed to make it to the tourney. I promise you. Last year left the seed in their mouth. NC State is coming out of this region.
So you picking State?
Yes. Okay. I stand on that. I got LSU. LSU it's gonna be a tough one, but I just think it's whether Flau'jae, how healthy she's gonna be, if she's healthy or not.
So who's coming out this region for you? Who is coming out this region?
NC State.
Okay, I'm going to go to UCLA. Simple.
Going with UCLA. UCLA State has a good team, but LSU has the big three. They ain't got their big three right now. Anissa's kind of banged up. Flau'jae's in a boot because she got shin splints. Shit, she done set out the whole SEC tournament.
Yeah, she slipped on her in her rap video. She slipped on the ice in the rap video and hurt her ankle.
Are you serious or are you joking?
I'm just joking.
Okay, because that could really happen. You know, I hate these kids traveling and doing all this stupid shit. Who don't get me started on these kids and being in college playing ball? But
so who does Ike have in his last pick?
LSU.
He got
Kim Mulkey.
All right, so here we go. Torrance, UConn, Notre Dame, South Carolina, UCLA.
Okay.
Farrah, Southern Cal, Texas, South Carolina, and North Carolina State. And Ike got Southern California, Notre Dame, South Carolina, and LSU.
Man, you changed it all up on everybody. Okay.
How I changed? I didn't
roll it. I'm talking about Ike. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Ike over here on Instagram. For those who can't see his comments, yes. So I had to take his little vote as well. So the numbers are in. Ain't nothing you can do. Like I said, if you lose all 4 of your teams before Sweet 16, then you can cast a new vote. But you got to lose all 4.
If I lose all 4 of my team before the Sweet 16, I ain't watching no more damn basketball.
Like season over.
I'm over. I'm done.
It's March Madness is their time. So let me get this on out of here because I do want to see this next game. I do want to see Texas get beat by Xavier. There's about to be another game. So we'll see how that goes. But Tennessee still has their streak. Tennessee Lady Vols are the only women's team. Well, hell, the only one, period. They pretty much have played in every single March Madness double NCAA Division I national championship. Not national, but they have played in the tournament every year since its inception of 1982, in which I was a whole 6 months old.
Oh, girl, I was a solid 11.
Man, I wasn't 6 months old. I was in damn kindergarten, first grade.
I was in middle school chilling. What up, yo?
Damn, nah, we wasn't there. We was not there. Time to watch baseball then. He said it's time to watch. You got 9 days. I do know baseball starts in 9 days. They just ended 10 days ago. So,
Oh no, baseball started last night when in Japan. When the
man, we ain't in Japan.
when the Dodgers played the Cubs last couple of games, the
Man,
season
that
started.
I thought it started the official start date. But you can watch baseball. I don't watch baseball until World Series.
And that's only if the team that I'm interested in it. I don't watch it then.
It's got to be a Houston Astro or Texas Ranger. If not, I don't know nothing about it. Don't know nothing about it. But I am going to learn a little bit because I got some fans out here, so I got to give the people what they want. So.
Well, congratulations to Tennessee. I think Stanford lost their streak this year because I think they were Stanford and Tennessee were the last two teams, and Stanford didn't make it this year. So congratulations to Tennessee. I'm so there's nothing wrong with that. Keep it going.
Nothing wrong with it, but we're gonna keep it moving. We only got two little topics left, two more questions. One we're gonna talk about, and then that's a question I have for you. But unrivaled champions.
Before you go there, I want to talk something about women's basketball that we didn't mention. That we was talking about, that's not a big issue that I think, but when Dawn Staley got kind of pissed because they wasn't the number 1 overall seed, did you notice that when that happened and how she got mad? Did you kind of pay attention to that? Well, what happened?
I didn't pay attention, but I know she was mad. She felt that they deserved to be the overall number 1 seed.
She said that she's not gonna put a chip on her shoulder. It's not gonna be a big issue. But what she said in the underlying conversation, she said, all the things that she has done and build these type of schedules so you can see these great games South Carolina play. Why should they do that if they're not gonna get the number 1 seed and other teams can play whoever and get these number 1 seeds and not to play? And so she's like, why should we schedule that? So it's becoming a big debate in the areas. Like, listen, if she does this and decides, you know what, I'm not gonna do it as much as everybody else, is that a downfall for women's college basketball? Because you look forward to see South Carolina playing the USCs or the UCLAs.
It's an honor to play against her at this point. But if she forget it, I'm gonna play some other non-conference games, some quad twos. I'm not gonna put my kids through it. What's the point? I know who I have here. I know what's gonna win. She could, you know what I mean? But I think that in the end, it's gonna be a double-edged sword. She's gonna be penalized for it.
How?
She's gonna be penalized for it because of her strength of schedule. Everybody else can get away with it, but clearly she can, and she won't be able to. You can't start something and then go backwards.
But first thing, you penalizing me because I lost one bad game this season to Connecticut. You ain't penalizing because I lost to Texas in my conference, who's a number 1 seed, or you're not. Or
they lost to Texas, they lost to UConn,
UCLA.
They had a couple losses. I mean, the thing is with them. Well, this is what I will say. We understand that Dawn Staley is the epitome of women's college basketball right now. She's a great coach, year after year, best teams, All-Americans, but everybody has a day. I don't think that they deserve the number 1 overall seed. Surprisingly, and it has nothing to. She's gonna win this tournament. She didn't need to see that number 1 seed to win it all. You don't need it, but did she deserve it? No, not based off of the losses that they actually had. You want me to say, oh, because I have played the toughest schedule, but I still had these losses that should outweigh, when there should be some people who you want to be over the team who beat you. Well, they didn't play UCLA. They didn't play UCLA. They did, and UCLA beat them. Did they beat? They did. So how can you claim that you want to be the number 1 seed when someone beat you? That's more deserving.
So then this is the same argument that I wanted to mention earlier. The North Carolina deserved to be in there. It didn't matter.
Now I'm a Tar Heel fan. It does matter, but my thing is, I think everybody's so wrapped up in Dawn Staley, which I am. But you gotta, wrong is wrong and right is right. She didn't deserve it. Sorry, and it's gonna be years that she can't get it every year.
No, I mean, here's the argument. She wasn't arguing that she didn't get it to that point. It's argument that how she set up her schedule and she played everybody. When you have and I'm not gonna pick on it, like LSU did, and they had 30 games, and the only tough games they played were in the conference. They didn't play anybody else. They played smaller schools to build up their team to get a good ranking and a good winning situation, but only play 2-3 tough games a year and be ranked a number 1 seed. She's saying, I play everybody. I beat everybody. I lost only.
Every school schedules their own shit. So if she chooses to do that and you don't see the results in it, who are you blaming?
No, that's the point. That's the point I'm making. So she's saying, I don't have to do it. If nobody else is doing it, I don't have to do it no more. But the problem with that is, if I don't do it anymore, You're gonna miss the UConn to South Carolina matchups. You're gonna miss the UCLA's and South Carolina, the USC's, these primetime matches that's building basketball.
But they'll see. But see, the thing is other teams out there that's just as good as South Carolina. I get it.
But who are they playing? But
what do you
who
mean
are these other teams playing?
We watched Notre Dame play UCLA. We watched some of these games. Everybody, Dawn is the only one who has good games on right now.
No,
I'm not saying she doesn't, but
no, I'm not saying it. Let's take South Carolina in the mix. When you take these games off, when Dawn does this thing, you think Notre Dame gonna keep playing the UCLA's?
They're gonna play the schedule they need for their team. They're not worried about what South Carolina's doing.
No, it's not about South Carolina. I'm talking about
coach making their schedule based off of what another team. Now, if they feel like it may help them, let me play a little bit more strength of schedule. First off, it ain't that easy to get on people's schedule. You want to play these top tier teams. I'm talking about smaller C, quad twos. They want to play quad ones, but then it's selective of who they're going to go out and play. They can only give up so many quad twos. There's still rules of this committee on seeding. And I get what Don is saying. Well, hell, I could just do what they did. That's just like being at work and someone's getting paid and got a raise. You know they trash, don't do nothing, and you go above and beyond. That's on you. That's on you. That's all I'm saying. She picked her own schedule. I don't think that she deserved to be number one because of her losses. I get her schedule was great, but her losses, we know Carolina got in because we Carolina. I mean, nobody's hiding that. But then also, Ike over here, he says she's just talking to be talking. The school wouldn't even allow her to schedule lower tier schools because they're not going to make a lot of money on those teams that they come in that comes in there. So that makes sense.
Now, tell Ike the one problem with that theory is because how she's built it, they could play me, you, Ike, my mom, and your grandmama, and that place would be sold out at South Carolina. So that theory doesn't work. What that is what I'm saying is this. How she's built it, she's just saying, I built this situation to do this, and I'm doing this to better my team. I'm bettering my kids, and I'm playing tougher competition. But what I did was I've dragged, not alone, I helped drag women's college basketball to a different level. Now,
is that supposed to get her a number one seed, though?
No, you will watch a game. The reason you watch Notre Dame and UCLA, or you watch it's because these games are big games. We weren't before this. We weren't watching the South Carolina versus whomever's. We weren't watching the LSU versus whoever.
She is the trailblazer. She is, but that doesn't warrant her number one seed.
But the thing is, if she stops doing it, I don't want women's college basketball to take that step back and everybody be like, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Because it will. There's too many other good players. But before we only had Dawn. Now we still got Kim Mulkey. We still got USC. We got UConn. UConn's gonna pump more people out. Tennessee's coming up. We got Notre Dame. I mean, I'm just rolling. I get it. She is the epitome of women's. But because she changes her schedule to draw back a little bit because of what the committee does, I don't think it's gonna take away from the women's game.
I just want you to remember one thing. There was a time the only people we watched was Connecticut and Tennessee, and the only time we watched women's basketball was the tournament. That's not a day we're in anymore. And we don't want that day to come back. Did you watch Tennessee play Arkansas back in the day? You watch it now.
Yeah,
did you watch Tennessee play South Carolina before? Nobody did. I
actually did. I watched them play Clemson. I remember Jessica Barr, you know what I mean, that played for Clemson. Listen, there's a lot of good players. If you go to school, you're going to watch it. And I think that is bigger now, and it has a better way of sustaining itself.
And that's what my hope is. And that's what my hope is.
That way, but it was led by UConn. It was led by Tennessee. And I get it. Back then, that's all we had. Regionally, that's all you had. But remember, too many other teams out here. That's too good.
But remember, we had the Tennessee, we had the Connecticut, we had the occasional USC, we had Louisiana Tech. But we couldn't, but unless you're a true women's college basketball, that's the history of the game. But now we watch everybody. Nobody thought we'd be watching Iowa State and what's her name, Cooks.
But the thing, I think the difference is now we're watching good basketball.
You're watching good basketball now.
I don't think it's led by anybody. Like I said, there's too many teams out here. It's not just them. But I mean, she could have had, if she had to beat UCLA, she would have had a dog in this fight. But she lost to the number one overall seed. That's the only reason I can see why they gave her that. She played for top 5 and 4 top 10 teams this year. Damn, she
Nope.
did, and the
And
money
nobody else did that.
comes with it. She
And
deserves number one. He thinks she deserves number one. The only reason I don't think she deserves number one is because of her loss to UCLA.
oh, okay.
The only reason.
So okay, I'm gonna ask you this question. We can move on because we've been on this subject too long.
Yeah.
They lost to UCLA.
Yeah.
Name another team outside of their conference that UCLA played that you can name and know that they played this year.
And come on now, you can't keep talking about my knowledge of a name of a team is the reasoning. They lost to a couple top 5 teams this year. You know they lost to Texas.
No,
They lost to
UCLA.
Texas. Texas
UCLA only.
that time.
UCLA only lost to one team this year. I get that. It's the same team twice.
They lost to who? No, USC.
Twice.
The same
twice.
But then they beat them when it mattered.
But here's my question: who else did they play?
I don't know their schedule. Right
That's
there.
the point.
I can't say that they didn't. They played Iowa. They may have played other top 25 teams. I'm just saying I don't know because they're not South Carolina. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you feel like if they're not on your schedule is trash.
No, I'm not talking about play. They were on our schedule. I was talking about who else did they play. But when we sit here,
I know what I'm talking about. My head. I mean,
but when we sit here,
matchups.
I bet you I can name at least 15 teams South Carolina played. He just literally said 5 of the top 5.
I mean, okay, I get it, but clearly UCLA. I know I can't say it off the top of my head, but clearly UCLA played somebody. They played enough quad 1 teams. They beat enough quad 1 teams to get the number 1 overall.
Yes,
well, even just to be a number 1 seed. Forget overall.
You know how they did that?
But the thing is, look what is taken away from the team being it because we're fussing over somebody else who thinks they should have been number 1. We're taking away from what they actually got and deserved, the true number 1 overall seed. That's selfish to me.
And number 1, they get more quads because they played their conference and they had Maryland in their conference. They had their conference.
That's like SEC. Okay, if somebody else had got a number 1 overall seed in the SEC besides someone from the SEC, would y'all not have a problem?
No. You know who?
14 teams in there.
You know who I would think would have been the number 1 seed?
Who? Houston.
In women's basketball.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Yeah, first off, we ain't talking. When I say South Carolina, I'm just saying SEC. I'm talking about on the men's side. But y'all had a controversy with the number 1 seed because it wasn't an SEC team. Y'all had the most people in it, 14. I'm just stating, like, I don't understand. I think it's selfish that they keep bringing this in that she's upset about being number 1. You lost.
So what's the argument? What's the argument that the other Southern California coach had because she was upset about her seating over there too? She's
upset about the seating, but okay, Jennifer just said, I'm gonna get to these comments. South Carolina had the most quad 1 wins. They did, but they had a loss to someone with a better record. They ended at number 1 in the country. Well, they end at number 1 or Texas? Who ended?
No, they beat Texas.
Texas who ended number 1 AP top 25.
I think it was UCLA, South Carolina, USC, then Texas in that order.
It was really based off of who they lost to. They should have not lost to UCLA. You know that's the only reason that they got
it. In fact, I don't think so. I think it was because of how they lost to UConn, and I think that's what it was. Because it was a bad visual, and they saw that. And I think that's what it wasn't about UCLA because they lost
because of the UConn.
Yeah, because they lost to UCLA in UCLA, so that's not a bad loss. Now. You lost to Connecticut by 20 at home. That's the bad visual that you had.
Well, whether it's UCLA, say it's the UConn scenario, that will drop you from a number 1 overall seed. Y'all be real damn pissed if you had gotten a number 2 seed.
Oh no, the world would be pissed at that, and y'all would nobody in the tournament would play. They'd be like, we play against South Carolina. Oh no.
I do agree with her. She had to step her ladies up. I mean, she did. She stepped up, and I think it's gonna give them that boost they need. They about to plow right through this damn tournament. I truly do believe it. But to keep fussing about not getting number 1 seed, you can't get it every damn year, Don. I get it. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying.
And all she's saying is, if I'm not gonna get it because of the schedule I play, maybe I play a lighter schedule like everybody else, and then get it.
Change it and see how it work out for you.
Okay, well,
let's see. Who would he say over here? She deserves number 1. UCLA played 12 top 25 teams this year.
South Carolina played how many?
2 of them were teams that were ranked 24th.
Excuse me?
He said 2 of the teams were teams that was ranked 24.
They're holding on like this.
I give up. Shoot me. Bah.
Tell him, Mike. Tell him, bro.
I give up.
Tell him how it works.
So
All right, let's move on.
she could have been number 1, but she wasn't, and I'm good with it. I am. So
Listen,
damn,
I'm good. I'm good with the ring at the end. That's all I want. I want the ring at the end. That's all I want right there.
I hope she get it. But now can we go to, I think you wanted to cover that. You just drug us out 20 minutes on your one question.
And everybody loved that too. Everybody loved it.
Unrivaled. Give them
Oh,
a little
Lord.
shout out for a second. I only got a little shout out. It's over.
Your favorite team, right? McBricky and her teammates, right?
McBricky didn't do shit. McBricky didn't even have the damn gall to be at the game. Okay, that's what. You know what?
And she,
Britt
and why she in the
Barbie
picture?
didn't come to the game.
Why is she in the picture? She went at the
Because
game.
she's part of the team. And I don't think a little white girl was there. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, she was there.
this one in the middle, she had no right to be there. But she didn't play. I think she has a hand injury. But she wasn't even there to support her team. That's all I'm gonna say. What
She hurt
about
her hand.
Tim?
She hurt her hand picking up a McDonald's sandwich or something. No, she slipped on the thing.
I don't know what she did. What about Tennessee when they were dominant? That's the verb word.
Oh God. Yes, but they were doing their thing every year.
They were, but when they
That's
were
true.
dominant, but now, people are just getting.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now that I can agree with. That I can understand.
Yeah, I can see that. And then when you start whining about where you're seated, no,
ain't nobody whine. She just made a comment.
Pat would have never said that. But she got growing pains too. She still got to go through, because then you start feeling like you just supposed to have it. You feel like you just, come on now.
Excuse me?
No, you gotta earn it.
What does that got to do with the McBricky in the road?
I'm sorry, it took me back. It was the people.
What they got to do with McBricky?
Sorry, but anyway,
you got McBricky, and we got the big forehead on the crew.
Yeah, Rose actually won the Unrivaled first year championship. They actually were bottom in the league, damn near the whole season, and they came out the woodwork. Lisa Leslie worked with Britt Barbie. She did help, but the MVP.
She won a defensive player of the year.
She did because of her blocks. That she did have this year. She still had probably 200 offensive rebounds. All our own misses. That ain't gonna ever change, man. But at least supposed to be working on her layup. She's supposed to be working on her layup. But I'm not gonna focus on her. I'm gonna focus on Miss Point Guard herself.
The point guard.
The point guard. Okay, she need to run a clinic, but she put it on them. Definitely MVP. She did come out MVP. But old chick in the back actually won the game. She had the game winner. This chick, she had a free throw to win the game. So it was a very good tournament. I love the Unrivaled season. If you guys missed it this season, I'm sure it's gonna be back. I think they've already talked about that. We got Byers that's coming in. Curry done, he's part of Unrivaled now. So hopefully it's gonna continue. The brand is gonna build. Maybe they'll add a couple more teams next season. But it was an awesome ride. I loved it. What say you?
Listen, this was unexpected. I was excited because the vinyl beat the Owls. I was like, oh, my vinyl gonna come back at the very end. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, the Rose won? I said, this team was on the bottom all season. All of a sudden, it just flipped.
Yeah, I thought vinyl was gonna win it. I thought they would beat them, but the point guard, she was in a zone all week.
So Gray, which is one of your favorite people because she went to Duke. You love Duke.
I don't know why you think that, but no, but Gray is one of the best point guards in the league.
So congratulations, good looking out. I love the Unrivaled. I'm thinking they love it because I've heard every woman we get paid what we're worth and we get to stay in our country and to do this, and I love that about them so they can stay with their families. Well, I'm ready for season 2. Are they gonna add some more teams next year?
I don't know. More people gonna come in. They ain't really said nothing. Brianna just had surgery on her pinky toe, so we gotta wait.
Not the pinky toe.
I don't know. She did have surgery on something. I don't remember. But they'll be back. They have stated that they will be back next season. So
good for them.
Kudos to Rival Rose champions. So brings me to my last little bullet. The NCAA age limit needed. Do they need an age limit?
Hell yes. So I can never say anything about Bo Nix again. So I can never say anything about that 32-year-old punter at East Carolina. So I can never say that these grown behind men playing these 17, 18-year-old boys, that I don't have to hear the argument that these coaches, I don't even recruit high school players. All they looking for is grown men in transfer portal. That's how St. John's, and I ain't got nothing against Patino doing the thing. But that's what he's doing. He ain't recruiting no high school. He's a grown behind dudes that he's found on the streets of New York probably, in the hood. But yeah, they need an age limit for two reasons. Number one, that cuts up that there's a window that you're gonna make that money in college, and that's it. It's your 4 years. So the NIL save you some money. Number two, you're taking things away from the younger dudes who are developing, growing, because if they're not going to college and not can play ball, where can they play ball these days? What's gonna happen? Where are you developing people?
That's been my argument all year.
I mean, where are you developed? These people don't have no place to go. Now, again, you 24, 25, go in the G League. If you get out of college, go in the G League if you can't go in the league. But you don't get to sit in on campus, chilling.
They do.
Signing your AARP card to get discounts at classes, messing around with my little 17-year-old daughter who's a freshman.
That's where I'm at with the age limit. It's like, when is it that I get it? We have off-campus students. Anybody of any age can go to college, but when you're a part of a team, you're part of more than just coming here and going to class, living on campus, whatever type of housing they have. But you're around minors for the most part. At some point, you got to separate. Torrance sent me a video about, them fussing about this, the age limit and why they shouldn't be on there. Yeah, these are 26, 27-year-old grown-ass men with kids and shit running around with 18-year-olds. You're taking away, and I fussed all year about, you're taking away opportunities from kids who can have a paid education. Now, scholarships. Now it's kids that deserve it. They're not going to get it. They got to go to JUCO, do all this other stuff. Can't go to the university they want to because everybody's in the portal. Everybody's in the portal and they're getting NIL deals. They're paying them to come to college now. So definitely got to be an age limit. I think it starts there, because if they can cut that off, who wants you in the university? Hell, financial aid won't even give you money for so long. I know you're on a scholarship, but hell, if the government said you tapped out, you can't stay for so many years. How many classes were you taking? 15 art classes?
If you're 24, 25, you should be a graduate student. You should not be an undergrad anyway, first thing.
They're getting second degrees and anything to stay in. Anything. And it's stupid. Just a loophole. And what I will say is, when, God forbid, knock on wood, any damn thing, but when a 27-year-old football player rapes a 17-year-old freshman on campus, maybe they'll look at it.
I don't want it to get there. I
knock on wood. But until something of that nature, I'm talking about a prolific player. Someone who really got some stature. The school want to hide behind it. When that kind of shit come out, what are you going to say? He shouldn't have been here no way.
It had me laughing.
Not at that age.
They was talking about the quarterback for Louisville who's just going pro. He was in the same recruiting class as Justin Fields, the linebacker from Dallas, the dudes who've been in the league for like 4 or 5 years. This dude just in his year in college, for real.
It doesn't make any sense. So at some point, security of it all, these kids you're an adult. Like, come on, man. You should not be on campus with these kids. And forget where they live. Should not be able to participate in college sports for college age people.
And listen, and I love the portal. I do love the portal.
I do not.
But the problem with it is, these coaches are using it so they can make more in their pocket, because if they get these grown men, they can win now instead of developing. Back in the day, the excitement about college sports is, we used to watch North Carolina Dean Smith, and we watched Jordan as a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, and then bye. This is what we used to love. These dudes were young, and coaches had to develop people to win.
Coaches don't want to coach nothing. They just want to get ready-made people. It's like you moving houses. I don't want to furnish it. Let me get an apartment that's already furnished. No, I don't want to. You know what I mean? And that's just taken away from it all. So I think it's stupid, but that age limit needs to go there. But that's just the start. These NIL deals, there should be some caps on that. Or it needs to be more management of where the money goes. Hell, maybe they can't get none of it till they actually get their degree. Maybe contingent on something. I don't know, but this is going on, because right now we're not even going to have spring football. Nobody wants to play each other because before the portal closes. All it is a damn program for kids to go and scout for other people. All the scouts come out and look from other schools, and now they get in the portal and take your damn player because they watch them in spring practice. So nobody even wants to play spring games at this point because of the portal.
Except
Change
your
the day,
boy.
change it when it closes. Maybe people wouldn't fuss about it. But
Except
right
your
now,
boy. Your boy wants to play. Dion, he wants to play a spring game, and he wants to play against another team. He said he wants to do it like the
it
NFL.
was,
You know how you want to
yeah.
practice for a couple of days
I see who
together
it
and then have
was.
the
He
game.
announced who it was. I can't remember.
Syracuse. It was Syracuse.
Okay,
Mhm.
it was Syracuse.
So
How he's just like screw it. Maybe he's confident enough that his kids ain't gonna leave, or the ones that he give a shit about won't leave. The ones who leave, bye.
bye. So,
but
but I agree with you. Change the date of the portal. So once you get to the spring game, you can't. When the spring game is played, the portal's closed. You can't transfer. You got to either do it before the spring game, or you can't do it. You there. So
yeah, because something's got to give. But definitely had to get that question in there. But that's all that we got this evening. You know, I get all y'all back to your basketball now. We do got it's a lot of basketball going on this week. So we will be back on Saturday to go over a lot of this. Because by Saturday, y'all realize Saturday and Sunday, I think Monday, we'll have our Sweet 16 already by then.
Mhm.
So everybody will be in the Sweet 16. So definitely, and that's between women and men's sports. Y'all watch accordingly, but some great games on. I'm excited. It's the time of the year.
it's the time of the year again.
We got our Final Fours in, so we're gonna see who wins. We're gonna see how it go for you. But what shout out you got for the people this evening?
No shout outs. I'm just happy to be back, man. I'm back talking this young, we talking and enjoying life. I missed all of y'all, except I was on the beach somewhere. I ain't miss y'all that much. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say that. But I miss doing this, miss being back, and let's get it. Let us get this.
Yes, sir. But no, I do have one good shout out this evening. Today, I have a 25-year-old son. Happy birthday to my son Jalen. Yeah, today is his birthday. You know, he's out here. I called him. I texted him at midnight. I need to call him, talk to him, see how his day goes. Whoever knows whatever they get into at 25, who knows? But yeah, I'll send my son 25-year-old. I know I was good at 25. I was probably at home baking a cake. No partying. Yeah, but happy birthday to my son, my one and only.
Name was Jalen. That's what the cake you was baking. The name was Jalen.
Right at 25. Exactly. So yeah, definitely. But happy birthday to my son. Outside of that, just yeah, thank you guys. Let's see. Happy birthday. Thank you, Zena. My sister and her nephew, of course. I think y'all know genealogy. But thank you. I'm telling you said
at West Virginia. Oh, sorry, my fault.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not from West Virginia. We did not go down the wrong road. But anywho, yo, thank y'all for joining. Y'all join us Saturday so we can chop it up about who lost, who won, who shouldn't have got beat. All Torrance teams lost before Saturday. That type shit. So
did she put that evil on me?
Yes, I did. Put all the juju on them.
Put all the evil on me.
But honestly, just thank you guys for always joining, tuning in. Surely appreciate it. I don't know what episode we're on. I need to check on that. We've been running a good time. We're about to run up on a year, so y'all we have to celebrate in some kind of way. But thank you guys for always tuning in. But until next time, see y'all Saturday. Y'all be easy. We out.